Hi guys, Michael here. Welcome to the fish room. Today it's storytelling time. We're gonna dive into the history of a very special guppy strain, the Ginga Rubra, that was developed back in the 90s by the late Japanese fish breeder Kenjiro Tanaka. Hang on. Back in the 80s and 90s, guppy breeders worldwide worked hard to produce new fancy guppy strains. And like in everything else in that era, bigger and more flashy seemed to be the main goal. Some fancy guppies were so big, bulky and long-finned that they were seriously restricted in their swimming motions. Some breeders found that the ornamental fish had moved way too far from the small, slender and super agile fish that were found in 1859 in Venezuela, and later named after Robert John Lechmere Guppy, who found specimens in Trinidad and introduced the guppy or Poecilia reticulata to the European aquarium trade in 1866. One of these fish breeders was Japanese aquarist Kandero Tanaka, a somewhat mysterious and withdrawn character, traits that contributed to some myths and misunderstandings regarding his work. His aim was simple though. Tanaka wanted to take the guppy breeding a step back to the beginning, and in some way back to nature as well. The interesting fact is that during that exact same period, another Japanese aquarist, Takashi Amano, took aquascaping in the same direction. From the beautiful Dutch water gardens with well-arranged plant groups to a back-to-nature concept of simplicity and natural beauty. He did so by weaving elements of Japanese aesthetic and design into his aquascaping layouts. He borrowed ideas from Zen gardening principles and wabi-sabi tradition, a Japanese aesthetic philosophy that embraces imperfection and transience. While Amano perfected his art, Tanaka's back-to-basic philosophy caused him to aim for small-bodied, agile guppies with rich, natural coloration and contrast. The obvious place to start was with feral guppies that had established thriving populations in Japanese rivers and streams. These fish had, after generations in the wild, adapted to their environment and already had many of the traits Tanaka wanted. He started his breeding project with these wild fish and managed to create several beautiful guppy strains that honored the origin of the guppy. Several of these were Ginga strains, and one of them was the Ginga Rubra. If you're an aquarist looking to add a little sizzle to your tank, let me introduce you to the dazzling Ginga Rubra. The name tells a story in itself. Ginga is a Japanese word for galaxy, and Rubra means red in Latin. And the name seems fitting for this little rocket of energy. The Ginga Rubra's appeal lies in its striking contrast and tasteful coloration. The body has a golden base with a metallic galaxy-like shimmer across the body. On this background, the males have red dots and bands, and sometimes hints of orange and yellow. Males typically show off more vibrant colors, especially when trying to impress the ladies. The dorsal fins are pretty long, while the tails are short. The dorsal fins and base of the tails are adorned with beautiful colors. Females tend to be more subtle in appearance, but no less charming, dressed in the same golden blonde hue as the males. The newborn fry have the same golden colors as the females. The Ginga Rubra also comes in a version that has a grey base instead of the blonde. Ginga Rubras are small guppies, so small that some aquarists think they are endless or hybrids. But Tanaka himself has on several occasions maintained that they are true guppies, Poecilia reticulata. Despite the flashy appearance, Ginga Rubras are peaceful, active, and downright delightful to watch. They play well with others, especially in community tanks with other peaceful species of same size. But if you really want to see their social behavior, with fish of several generations interacting, a species tank is a great choice. Ginga Rubras aren't divas when it comes to care. They are hardy, adaptable and easy to feed. A diet of high quality flake foods supplemented with frozen or live treats like brine shrimp, or daphne or whatever the season provides, keep them vibrant and healthy. They tolerate temperatures from 64 to 82 Fahrenheit. That's 18 to 28 Celsius. A pH between 6.5 and 7.8 will do just fine. Keep them in a planted tank. Not only does this help mimic their natural environment, but the greenery makes their colors pop even more. Sadly, Kenjiro Tanaka has passed away, but his contributions to guppy breeding are highly valued for bringing elegance, nuance, and genetic diversity back into the hobby. His Ginga series remain admired for its balance of natural aesthetics and dynamic, variable beauty. A refreshing departure from the many large and long-finned strains. Okay guys, the Ginga Rubra. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.